Here at Express, we are no strangers to adapting and being innovative, even during very difficult times. You need to look at frequent closure or turnover of franchise units, overly restrictive territorial boundaries. During every single Express franchise application, transparency is everything. I'm Nastasia Lamont and I work for Express Employment Professionals South Africa. My role within Express is I have been working for Express for the past 16 years. For the last 5 years, I now work for Express Employment Professionals headquarters and I am a franchise developer manager. Prior to that, I actually worked for an Express office in Richards Bay, KwaZulu-Natal, and my journey began with Express as a recruitment consultant, employment specialist for a period of about 4 years, and then for the remainder 6 years within an office, I was a business developer or what you would call an outside sales rep. At Express Employment Professionals, we are all about helping people and businesses succeed. So we are your holistic staffing solutions company that pretty much helps job seekers find work and we help our clients find good people. Right, today we are going to be talking about assessing franchise opportunities and how to spot potential in South Africa. If you're not sure, Express Employment Professionals is the only staffing company within South Africa that is offering franchise opportunities to entrepreneurs looking to join into the staffing business. Every Express franchise inquiry applicant goes through an in-depth evaluation process with several levels before being awarded an Express franchise. As part of that research, it is an investigation analysis completed on the applicant as well as the applicant doing their own research on Express as the franchisor before making an informed decision. So when evaluating the market potential and sustainability of a franchise opportunity, there are many key factors every entrepreneur should actually consider. First of them being a market research and demand, which means conducting thorough market research to understand this demand for the product and services offered by the particular franchise. Analyzing consumer preferences, demographics, purchasing power, a franchisee needs to evaluate whether there is a gap in the market that the franchise can fulfill effectively. Express franchise inquiry applicant is required to complete a full assessment. The next thing you're going to be looking at is competition analysis. You need to identify existing competitors in the area, evaluating their strengths, possible weaknesses, and even the market share. Location and site selection is very important to this process. You need to choose a suitable location for the franchise. Consider your foot traffic, visibility, is it accessible to the public, and the proximity to your target market, which are your clients. Franchise brand reputation is a major one. You've got to investigate the reputation and track record of the franchise brand. A well-established and respected brand is more likely to attract customers and maintain that sustainability. You need to consider factors such as brand awareness, customer loyalty, and online reviews. Financial viability through assessing the financial health of the franchise, looking into the initial investment required, ongoing fees, royalties, marketing, and the projected revenue. You need to ensure that the financial model aligns with your goals. A franchise should have a good ground level in terms of support and training. This means evaluate the level of support provided by the franchisor. This includes the initial training, ongoing assistance, and marketing support. A strong support system can significantly impact the success and sustainability of your franchise. At Express, every new franchisee is provided with an extensive 3-week training with the headquarters team. We have an online university for ongoing training for the franchisee and their staff, and a dedicated franchise developer per region. The developer works alongside the franchisee to identify areas of training and development, as well as the franchisor has access to various supporting departments. For instance, at Express HQ, we have IT department, we have payroll, we have a finance department, marketing, HR, and even commercial. We're even looking at legal and regulatory compliance. So a prospective franchisee needs to understand the legal requirements for operating a franchise in South Africa, which means looking at compliance with local laws, permits, licenses. Prospect franchisee needs to review the franchise agreement carefully, including the various terms, the possible restrictions, and even the termination clauses. Express is registered with all the legal required bargaining councils and complies with the labour legislation. We are both APSO and ISO accredited with a BBBE Level 1 accreditation. And lastly to this topic is adaptability and innovation. So you need to assess the franchisee's ability to adapt to changing market trends and consumer preferences. A franchisee needs to look for innovation within a brand, such as various new products or service offerings, technology integration. Here at Express, we are no strangers to adapting and being innovative, even during very difficult times. Being the most recent with Express, Express actually grew by 40% during the COVID pandemic. For potential franchisees, to ensure they're making an informed decision about entering into a franchise agreement, there are very important essential steps in the due diligence process to outline. First of them being research the franchise brand. Every franchise applicant has to investigate the franchise brand thoroughly, understanding its history, its reputation, and even the market presence. As an international organization, Express has been in South Africa for almost 36 years with a growing number of new offices every single year and a continued vision to help as many people as possible find good jobs by helping as many clients as possible find good people. This means understanding the initial investments involved. So evaluating the total initial investment required. This requires a franchisee fee, equipment costs, the working capital. Franchisee applicants need to consider the investment aligns with their own financial capacity as well as the risk tolerance. You need to assess the franchise agreement. This means reviewing it with the legal assistance. You have to understand your rights, the obligations, and termination clauses. Pay attention to renewal terms as well as minimums that might be set up by the franchisor. Understand your territorial rights and any restrictions to the business operations. Express has an extensive and detailed franchise agreement that covers all aspects of an Express franchise with accessibility to our in-house representative to assist with any questions that they might have. Visiting an Express franchise location. So what that means is reach out to existing franchisees to gather insight. Ask about their experiences, their challenges, profitability. Inquire about ongoing support from the franchisor and any expected costs they might have incurred. Visit operating franchise units to observe their day-to-day operations. Assessing the quality of products, the services, customer experience, and just the general overall management of an Express office. At Express, every franchise applicant will have the opportunity to book an Express office visit with a respective franchisee during this application process. This way, that applicant will have all the information at ground level before making an informed decision about buying a franchise. Again, we talk about financial projections and return on investment. That means creating financial projections for your franchise. You need to estimate the revenue, your expenses, your overhead, what are the salary costs of the staff, and then also determine what possible profitability. Calculating that expected return on investment, you could possibly meet with the franchisor's financial executive. With Express, every single one of our applicants will have the opportunity to meet both with our MD as well as our financial executive to discuss our financials as well as the profitability in order to assess the break-even and profit analysis of an Express office. Last but not least, one of the most important things is assessing the fit and the passion. So you need to consider whether the franchise you're looking into aligns with your skills, your interests, as well as your long-term goals. Remember, passion and commitment play a significant role in the franchise you decide to choose in order to obtain that success. Before buying a franchise, there are several red flags as well as warning signs that potential franchisees should always be aware of when completing their assessments. For instance, does the franchisor expect you to invest in a significant amount of your own capital without providing adequate support? Is the franchisor unwilling to share detailed information on your finances, including profitability reports? Does the franchisor, do they not warrant or offer comprehensive training and ongoing assistance? Are there negative reviews, possible legal disputes, or a history of failed franchises associated with this brand? You need to look at frequent closure or turnover of franchise units, overly restrictive territorial boundaries. During every single Express franchise application, transparency is everything. We as an Express, as a franchisor, we need to ensure that we are making the right decision before offering an office to an potential Express franchisee. But at the same time, we also want to ensure that the potential franchisee that's doing an investigation into Express has got all the information they need at hand to make that informed decision before opening up an Express office.